disabled, I mean, depending on the nature. Mine's attention deficit disorder. Now, that's something I kind of struggled with, from childhood. Academics were a real struggle for me, except for history. But other than that, it was just, I just stumbled and fumbled. I just had to learn to grow a thick skin pretty early on. Sometimes just being made fun of, being called stupid or retarded. I thought, are they right? Am I just stupid or am I retarded? Or is there just my brain dead or brain damaged? Academics, as on a whole, were just a struggle for me. I just had to learn to cope day by day. I knew the good Lord, He put me on this earth to do something. I wasn't sure what. Sometimes you bounce around from one thing to another until you find out that little niche in life. And eventually, it took a while, but I did, and it was worth the wait.
To some in society, it's I can't, I'm not able, I won't, they won't accept me. With our individuals, it's I can, I will, I did it.
Here at the switchboard, we get upwards of 1,000 and 1,200 calls a day. This is ACC Operator 20. Where may I direct your call?
We are Telephone Operations Consolidated Call Center based out of Langley Air Force Base. We provide directory assistance globally for all ACC bases east of the Mississippi River. We employ about 20 Versability employees that range from operations lead down to operators. We provide global directory assistance, and we provide specialized call handling, such as the Mars program, the weather, aircraft, and morale calls.
This is ACC Operator 20. Where may I direct your call?
The morale calls are for our active duty members that are deployed overseas, and they're able to touch bases with their families back at home.
I'm making a difference. We talk with our young men and women in uniform all over the world, including Iraq and Afghanistan, they go into harm's way every day so that we don't have to. Now, even though I'm no longer in uniform, I still work with the military day in and day out. I joined the Army. I was a paratrooper, and it may be scary, but it's definitely not boring. Honestly, I wanted adventure. I was an 18-year-old American boy, never been too far from home before, and I was a military history buff since I was at least 10 years old. Wanted to get to travel to, see other parts of the globe, which I got to do, and I traveled here and there, both domestically and internationally, and the last place they sent me was here. And when I got out, I decided I like it here. And I've been a Hampton Rhodesian since 1981.
Larry has a very good working knowledge of what our military does because he served in the military. So that when he's talking to our folks overseas, he can sort of communicate with them on what they're doing and make them feel like they are at home.
Anyway, thank you for your service to our country.
Larry is so dedicated to the mission and what he does for Versability Resources that he will walk 2.5 hours to work in the snow and back again. And even after his home has burned down, he's so committed he will come to work and not let anybody know of the challenges that he is facing or has faced. And that's one of the stories that caught the attention of Langley Air Force Base commanders, generals, and our senators, and Versability, of course.
Versability provides employment for people with disabilities and, helps the handicapped to help themselves.
Versability is headquartered in Hampton, and we have various locations on government facilities that provide services using Versability employees. At Versability, we disassemble and recycle electronics. We manufacture pipe caps for Newport News Shipbuilding. We clean heavy fixtures for Alcoa Helmet. We assemble various products for business partners and coordinate mailings.
It's a labor of love, and I wouldn't trade this job for the world.
What I love about Versability is, even though it's my job and it's work, at the end of the day, when I go home, it's the most satisfying feeling that I could have, and you can't buy that with money, because I know in my heart and in my soul that I have helped someone see beyond their disability and focus on their ability. I think it's important for United Way to partnership with Versability Resources because it opens up new opportunities for people with disabilities. So when you give to United Way, you're giving back to people like Larry and some of his co-workers to give them opportunities in the community.